It's Debbie. We're back in the kitchen with another fun food activity. Today we're actually going to make another dessert imposter. Remember, an imposter is something or somebody that's pretending to be something it's not. A dessert imposter is sweet like a dessert, but it looks like something you'd have for dinner. And today we're going to make something that looks like spaghetti and meatballs. That reminds me, have you ever read any books about spaghetti and meatballs? Here are some great book suggestions that you might want to take a look at. I'm going to be modeling certain words while we do our spaghetti and meatballs activity. And the first word that I'm going to be modeling is the word make. And I say make by using these cookie cutters and Mr. Action Man.
Make.
Because you can use cookie cutters to make cookies. The other word that I'll model a lot today is the word get. And we say the word get with these mountains and the sun coming up. Have to hit that twice. And then go to Mr. Action Man.
Get.
Get. Because when the sun comes up, you have to get up. Okay, I'm actually today using the Unity 60 sequence software. And you can do this activity with any of the versions of the Unity software. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is you need to get everything that you need to make the cake. You need to
Get. Everything. Get everything.
Get everything. So I had to get some chocolate cake.
Get. Cake.
I had to get 2 containers of frosting, and you need something white.
Get. 2.
Get 2. You need to get some yellow food coloring to make our spaghetti, which is yellow.
Get. This.
Get this yellow food coloring
Make. Yellow.
to make some frosting yellow for the spaghetti. 2 more things you need to get. You need to get some strawberries.
Get. Strawberry. Strawberries.
You get some strawberries to make the sauce. And you need to get some white chocolate.
Get. Chocolate.
To make the Parmesan cheese that you sprinkle on top. So the first thing we had to do was make our chocolate cake, and I made 2 round cakes. This one I'm going to use to make a plate.
Plate. Make plate.
To make a plate for our spaghetti and meatballs to sit on. So I need to put on the frosting. Okay. Now our cake is white.
White.
It kind of looks like a plate.
Plate.
Kind of looks like a
White plate.
white plate that we're going to put our spaghetti and meatballs on. The next thing that we have to do is make some yellow spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Make yellow spaghetti.
Okay, to make our yellow spaghetti,
Make yellow spaghetti.
we need a can of frosting and our yellow food coloring. So I'm going to drop a couple of drops in here, not too many. We don't want our pasta to be too yellow or our spaghetti to be too yellow. So just put a couple drops in there. We can always add more if we need it. And now I'm going to just mix it together. Okay, I have mixed the yellow food coloring into the frosting, and now it looks nice and yellow. It looks like
Looks like.
spaghetti. So I need to put it into this pastry bag that has a little tip, and I'll squeeze it out. It will look like spaghetti. If you don't have a pastry bag, that's okay. You can just grab a Ziploc bag and put your frosting into that and cut a tiny little hole on the bottom. Okay, let me get this in here. Okay, my pastry bag is filled, so now I'm going to put the frosting on the cake and make it look like spaghetti. I have to put some on. Okay, so I'm going to give it a little squeeze. You can pause. Alright, just going to finish this up. You'll notice that I am now using a Ziploc bag because my pastry bag did not work very well. So I just cut a hole in the bottom of my Ziploc bag and made all of this wonderful spaghetti that I'm putting on my plate. Alright. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is make some sauce to go on our spaghetti and meatballs. We have to
Make sauce. Make sauce.
What we're going to use for the sauce are these frozen strawberries. I'm going to pour them into a bowl. Okay, I love strawberries. How about you? I'm going to mash my strawberries with this portable hand blender. You could throw them in a blender, in a food processor, or even mash them by hand. This is going to get a little bit loud. Okay, we are going to go ahead and make the sauce.
Make sauce.
Okay. Here we have some pureed strawberries. It looks like sauce, but it smells like strawberries. All right. The next thing that we have to do is make some meatballs. Make some. We're going to grab some pieces of this other cake. And roll them and squeeze them. And then I'm going to put it on my cake. Okay, I made 3 meatballs. I made 3 to go right in the middle of our spaghetti and meatballs. The last thing that we need to do is put on some Parmesan cheese. Okay, to make the Parmesan cheese, we're going to need our white chocolate, and we're going to just grate a little bit onto our cake. Let me open this up. I'm just going to take a little piece. And this grater is going to make very little pieces of white chocolate that are going to go on here, and it'll look like we put on some cheese.
Little cheese.
We'll put little cheese on our cake. I love a lot of Parmesan cheese on my spaghetti and meatballs, so I'm going to put on a lot of white chocolate. Okay. Here is our finished spaghetti and meatball cake. What do you think?
What do you think?
I think it looks pretty good. I hope you try to make one of these at home. Have fun.